What's going on, y'all? So look, y'all know what I like, what's really getting on my nerves, what really gets on my nerves on social media. Like on Facebook, it's and people in my high school got this bad. People I went to high school with, they definitely got this bad. They get on social media and say something like, all the people that was lames in high school, they think they cool now. No, you still that same lame you was when we were in junior year of high school, our freshman year of high school. You still that same lame. You still a lame, and I'll still put you in your place like you a lame. Don't think you cool now. Like what? You sound stupid as hell. People sound hella stupid when they say stuff like that. Like it's people that really in Chicago in particular. They think that popularity from high school still matter. Like they try to ride that wave and the momentum from their high school popularity. Like like it matters now. Like fam, high school was what 8 years ago. That all that stuff. We didn't went to college. People didn't got families now. They didn't got married. They got kids. They got bills. You know what I'm saying? They got all type of student loans they got to pay for. All that stuff is irrelevant now. And I hate when people think that, you know what I'm saying, like, because you didn't consider them cool in high school. Like, fam, it's a lot of people that you didn't consider cool is probably doing better than you are doing right now. They more successful. They not worried about trying to be accepted and fit in and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, why are we grown? Why are we 25 plus and still worrying about who was cool in high school and who wasn't? Like, is that really, really what we really want to be talking about at this age right now? If that's really your concern or what you really concerned with, I know something ain't right with you. I know personally, something ain't right with you. Y'all talking about who cool and who was cool and who wasn't, and people shouldn't live their lives because you thought they was lames in high school. They shouldn't grow and grow into their successes. They shouldn't be comfortable in their skin now. Cause y'all tormented them in high school and y'all made them feel like they was lames or whatever. People like that, y'all the real goofies. Y'all the real goofies that try to make people feel like they try to make people feel bad about their successes or feel bad about them growing and getting more confident about themselves. As long as it's not detrimental to people, they not talking about people or belittling anybody. What's wrong with them feeling good about themselves and enjoying their life? Like I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these too cool for school MFs that I grew up with, like, that's clownish to me. Y'all need to worry about whatever, something else. Find a hobby. Find something that you like to do. Spend time with your family or whatever, but it's always some people that try to, I'm going to out-cool you. Fam, you can't take your popularity. You can't cash that in. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a check for how popular you was in school. You don't. You don't get a check for how many people knew you and all of that. Like, I always felt like that stuff was corny anyway. Me personally, I was prom king in high school. That stuff don't matter no more. Don't nobody care about that. People don't look at me, oh, that's the prom king from my life. That don't matter no more, and I know that. I'm worried about taking care of my family, doing what I got to do to take care of my responsibilities and duties. Duties as a man, as a father, all of that. I'm not worried about all this extra stuff, all that too cool for school stuff. Y'all can leave it over there. It's like, I'll be looking like, is that really what we really gonna talk about now in 2019? How cool you was and who wasn't lames and all of that and who was a lame and all that. Like, what? Like, I know it's something better to talk about. I'm proud of the people, like a lot of people I went to school with that y'all felt was quote unquote lames. Because they doing well for themselves. They mind their own business. They stay in their own lane. They wish people success. They cool. You know what I'm saying? They real chill, real reserved. All you too cool for school MFs, y'all extra over the top. And still 26, 25 years old, still trying to fit in with other people. Still trying to do stuff to be accepted. It's people like that. Like I know people, like you shouldn't be falling into peer pressure when you're 26, 25. Like that gotta stop. You was the coolest kid in school, but you still like you was falling into peer pressure the whole time, and still as a grown man, you still fall into peer pressure. You don't get no cool points for that. So all this bragging about who was cool and who wasn't in high school, I be looking like, grow up. Like you gotta grow up at some time. at some point, life got to be about more than who was cool and who wasn't. At period. Like, so it's like really, really, is that what we really talking about now? Come on, get it together, get it together. And I know I'm not even just the people I went to high school with. It's other people across Chicago public schools, and I be like, what? Like, who was cool, who wasn't, and you shouldn't live your life. You shouldn't enjoy your life. You shouldn't be confident in yourself. You shouldn't be, you shouldn't be, I guess, you shouldn't hold your head high because you was a lame in school. Get the hell up out of here. Get the hell up out of here, man. Y'all will never cease to amaze me with all this rhetoric that y'all use, whatever y'all talking about. Like, who was cool and who wasn't? Family, a lot of the coolest dudes I know in the world was so busy trying to be cool, their life is so much harder now. Because they were so busy trying to be cool, they got into the wrong stuff. Got into the streets. Got into drugs. Got hooked on drugs, liquor, weed, terribly, where they can't even function without it. They can't go a whole day without being under the influence. They can't go a whole day without being in the streets. They easily let people manipulate them. And all of that, grown. You easily let the streets trick you out of money. The streets take you out of your kid's life. The streets take you from your family and the people that love you. And because you so busy trying to be cool. So busy. I'm like, nah, family, that ain't the way. All that cool stuff, leave it back then. And it shouldn't have been popping in the first place. But we bringing cool, who was cool into adulthood? Grow up, family. Grow up. That's all I'm going to say, y'all. I had to get that off my chest, y'all. Peace.